of the low tiers, Doctor versus Ganon, going on down there. But don't look now, because coming up, we have ourselves a winners final contest, I believe, unless we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to see the GaYo Sonic, and Syrup is instead going to. Not the Lucas. We're going to see that familiar Ness. Just maybe not the matchup that we would have predicted right offhand in terms of characters.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure if it's the matchup that Syrup would have predicted either, because personally, I doubt he would have wanted to go Ness. With his particular repertoire of characters, I'm not sure if he would have wanted to go Ness in this matchup unless it's really so much of a comfort pick. He does have a very solid Game & Watch at the end of the day. He used it to, who was he? He used it to defeat Inu prior, actually, and send Inu to the loser's bracket. Was the only time he used Game & Watch literally all night. I, in theory, would think that's a better matchup. But at the end of the day, Stu, it's all about those player matchups. It might just be a comfort thing. We'll just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if, I kind of, in my mind, yeah, I would go Sonic here too, because if you're going to get all sorts of nonsense off of Wi-Fi, then why shouldn't I? I kind of expect that. And look, I know firsthand just how bad the Pits versus Ness matchup is. So I'm not... It's not fun to play, folks. So if GaYo is going to go Sonic for that reason, I get it. So just try to out-tier them at the very least. And of course, play a little... I wouldn't call this optimal. You really are just like reaching out and going for combos. This is GaYo's super aggressive, almost 6WX kind of style of Sonic. But whether or not it's as effective, only time will tell, won't it, Nintunist?
You said it better than me, Stu, which is, I'm sure, why you did. That dash attack gonna kill off the top on the part of Syrup, though. And I gotta say, not even just a matter of just the Pit matchup, I will say. Because, yeah, I mean, I've heard some things about the Pit matchup. I'm not sure if I agree personally with all of it, but that's just me. Sonic, however, no matter what you feel about the Pit Ness matchup, is easily a better pick in that department. Because Sonic, this ain't Sonic and the Black Knight. He doesn't have a sword or that kind of disjoint or anything, but against characters who notoriously struggle against swords, too. You got your Nesses, your Marios, your Docs that we've seen before. Sonic does very well against characters who usually suffer against disjoints because he outranges them in a completely different way through sheer mobility. He's the fastest character on the ground in terms of his dash speed by literally an entire unit above Captain Falcon. There's no disparaging... There's no greater, difference between, There's no greater difference between dash speed between two other characters in the entire game besides the number 1 and the number 2 slot. So that really tells you something about Sonic on the ground for sure. So when you don't exactly have the disjoints to be able to deal with that, the mobility will work to get around it. But as I say all of this, Syrup hasn't lost a stock yet, Stu.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is...
Oh my god!
Jesus!
I'm glad that my family's not asleep. Because sometimes they'll go to sleep at certain times. I might have woken up my neighbors with that one. I'm sorry.
That was...
What do you want me to say?
What
am
you say?
Am I supposed to say something to that? You're telling me that I'm supposed to sit here and say something in response to that.
We're supposed to explain that.
He was at 169 too.
PK Flash and then double dare, just getting double dares at ledge like they're a Falco. You're a Ness. You're a Ness. You don't do that. You don't. You don't.
What is?
Stop that.
I don't know. I didn't think Syrup was going to surprise me as hard again as he did previously against Rivers. 3-stocking him in the first game as we saw earlier, and then 3-stocking in another first game against GaYo here. This is not a good matchup either. I mean, you can blame GaYo for potentially, and I'm gonna put this in air quotes here because I know some people would be upset at this, for potentially not playing quote-unquote lame enough. You know what I mean? Sonic getting a lead, running away. We aren't really seeing too much of that against GaYo. He's going in. He's going in with these spin dashes. He's not mixing them up too often. He's just using it when he knows he can use it as quick enough of a burst option to the point where unless Ness PK fires,
there you go.
Won't have anything to do with it with that forward smash at the ledge. But Syrup might just be a little too smart for that at this stage in the game, Stu.
catches the get up there though, and GaYo is going to take the first stock. So you know, the wheel of progress turns ever slowly, I suppose. GaYo sitting there at 76% and getting piling up this damage. This is definitely a pocket Sonic. You know, this is someone that they realize what Sonic is good at, and while you can definitely time out with this character, GaYo kind of choosing not to. They want to fight in the. They want to be a prize fighter. That's just kind of how it is. Maybe that's not how you play this character, as an F smash is going to catch Syrup out yet again. But that air dodge, yeah. But you know that's just how GaYo wants to do it. And even though they're down 2 stocks apiece, I don't think that GaYo is necessarily in a bad position here.
Yeah, you know, there are some more aggressive Sonics in the Wi-Fi game. I mean, I will admit it's not most of them, but you do have some occasional ones that'll come out of the woodwork and do some pretty good stuff. There's one on the top of my mind. I'm blanking on his name right now, not that it matters, but,
Blue Striker?
Yeah. That is the one! I knew it started with a B! Thank you!
Yeah, anytime.
God, thank you. I literally in my head, I'm like, I knew it started with a B. I gotta cast more of these, man. I'm so out of the loop.
Oh, good.
Stu just making me look. Stu making me look like another B word out here tonight on the DNA stream.
Blue Striker, that word is Blidian. Anyway, we're going to get the... Yeah, you got it, man. No, Blue Striker wearing the purple and white of No Pause Tournament. Shout out to our good friends over in PA. But
very nice.
There you go. That's GaYo bringing it back. And even though they wound up losing that second stock, again, showing the patience and wherewithal to get Syrup into that disadvantageous state and follow it up with that fair down below. Perhaps a little bit of recompense to be paid there, according to GaYo, who is now just trying to figure out how to do it again. And well, we know that they can take the stock basically at 30. So 113, maybe GaYo doesn't want to be playing those games, specifically not with the yo-yo.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is actually really, really scary for Sonic, because one bad spin dash can be easily predicted on the part of Syrup and just throw out a hitbox where he knows that the blue blur is going to be. Negating it within there once again and regaining that stage control. Still not enough to kill with that up air off the top. Not even risking it that second time around. Ooh. I love that patience from GaYo. I love it, I love it, I love it. He knew that up being prior after that first up air was not worth it after the second one. He knew that was not worth the risk right there because he thought that Ness would have been able to just run down and break out of that combo breaker with that neutral air. The second time around, though, with the back air catching him, thought that was well much more worth the risk, knowing that that would have had a much higher chance of killing, as well as a longer lingering hitbox compared to that up air. And the Duff, Sonic Classics, Stu, you know it, Duff number 2. This is where it spelled disaster, though. Burned his jump right there. No choice but to air dodge back. Walk the dog.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what you learn, especially up here in Tri-State, is you don't necessarily have to equate aggression with a lack of patience. Because GaYo is definitely picking their spots here. Syrup is outmaneuvering them at times, especially in the air. That's just the nature of the beast. When you're fighting against a Ness, you're just going to lose that sometimes. And you're going to have to put your body on the line because you are Sonic. It's not like you're going to whip out your gun and shoot them. You're not Shadow. But as we go to small battlefield for game number 3, you're just imagining Sonic with a gun. And then and then I forgot that Sonic Team imagined it for us, so I had to cover my tracks. So, yeah, but Ben, getting back to my point, yeah, you do kind of realize that it's, even though they're definitely staying in the space and staying at a certain range, that they're still able to kind of draw out Syrup and let Syrup kind of do the rest of the work. Maybe that explains the smaller stage so that GaYo doesn't have as much room to work with in that regard.
For sure, man. That'll actually, that'll really give Syrup a much easier time overwhelming a character like Sonic when they don't really know how to, like, break through to the punch. Sonic, you know, you think longer stage, whatever, he's got more room to camp or whatever, but I mean, as we mentioned, this is more so the Blue Striker type of Sonic at the end of the day, and this smaller stage might be accompanying him for that reason. So far, though, I gotta say, not really working out too solidly for him as he's already up And 138 here, mixing him up with the spin dash out of the corner instead of going for an easy easy grab back throw by the ledge. Perhaps wanting to save that for later is GaYo. Yeah, looking pretty clean. Looking pretty clean for the blue blur right here. Not too much percent on Sonic as the back throw is actually going to do it at that percent. 150 by the ledge at small battlefield. Definitely good to know, and Syrup's counter pick working against him.
PK fires straight to the head of GaYo, and yeah, even though Syrup is putting in that work, not having the stocks to show for it, though, I will say it's the process that will get the results over time. And Wi-Fi Sonic is just a tough matchup, even if it is a what I think could be self-admittedly a pocket Sonic of GaYo's.
Yeah, and I gotta say, if this is a pocket, that's gotta be some pretty deep line genes or something, my friend, because this tech goes deep when it comes to the Sonic. He's working wonders against Syrup right now. Still not having taken that first stock in about 2 minutes into this game so far. Trying to just risk it right there for the biscuit, up smashing on the shield. That is the kind of unorthodox option that we have not seen from Syrup. Ooh, pretty much all night as he eats the duff, I gotta say. GaYo's making him work for it now, Stu. We have not seen Syrup do anything like that risky, or uncalculated, I should say, all night.
Yeah, I mean, that's, they've been playing relatively smart, and now it could be GaYo's turn for a little bit of payback. That tilt, and of course, it's the F smash. Oh, wow, you really wound up for it. You just expected Syrup to give that to you, didn't you, GaYo? You got a little cocky there, but okay, that's how you utilize that up air. It used to be, I mean, the most consistent kill move that maybe Sonic had in the last game. You could make the argument. That's what I saw 6WX using a lot, certainly. But yeah, it is going to be that that up smash at ledge covering so much. And yeah, GaYo going to be down to their second stock. But Syrup, yeah, they're in a little bit more of a precarious spot. And that might just be... Am I going to say it? Am I going to say it? Yeah, okay. JV3. I was stalling there, I will fully admit, and I was not expecting the spring to be the coup de grace, but here we are, I suppose.
Sonic JV3ing a Ness player. Ladies and gentlemen, shoutouts to Smash 4.
Absolutely. Oh, man, yeah, I bet you're missing Wesley now, huh? Bet you're missing Mr. Wesley Alexander now, huh?
I'm gonna need another Guinness if we're gonna be talking about that.
Oh, come on. All we did...
He bodied me on stream at Smash Quest.
All we did was help take care of your Ness problem. If that's the price you paid, it's a small one. You're welcome, world, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh god, he's got the Goth Ness monster out.
Oh boy.
He's pissed.
Oh, dude.
It's the Goth Ness monster!
When the pink hat comes out, you know you're in for a world of hurt. And now GaYo is going to have to deal with that. But yeah, connecting with these up airs, which a little bit better since the game has come out, I'd like to say. You know, not exactly the monster that it used to be, but that one could argue that that's for the best.
For sure. I mean, we'll leave that discussion on the table for most people in the entire community who probably feel the exact same way, Stu. But small battlefield once again.
Oh man, I'm gonna look down at these YouTube comments and just regret that. But all right,
I'm gonna look at those same comments and regret nothing.
Okay, well,
maybe a little bit. I don't know. Point is, Syrup is very confident in this counter pick. He did not do too well in the last game. About 2 stock. JV3, as you mentioned before, as we made all those Smash 4 references. But it's the same picks, too. So clearly he wants this stage for a reason. Probably the one that you mentioned before is that back air is going to do it.
Yeah, now we're seeing this, again, just rolling through and connecting with that back air to get that first stock, but GaYo having a little bit of a hard time landing, and that could spell disaster, and indeed it does. That back air connecting, and it was a trade. And, you know, there's a few trades in the NFL draft that maybe some teams would like to take back. I'm sure Syrup does not mind this one.
Just clearly not. But, I mean, what he does mind is taking damn near 83%. up to 101 off of those spin dashes. And I don't know about you. I don't care how young or old of a kid you are. You definitely mind getting duffed in the face right there in the corner as GaYo is going to take. That stock right there is looking very poised, already almost lapping Syrup in percent on what is potentially his final stock of the winner's bracket of this particular DNA.EXE. Swinging for the fences now. Neutral reset, and now we're seeing a little bit of the lame Sonic come out. You see him spin dashing past, not getting no damage, keeping it nice, safe, and sound, a little bit less aggressive, but still nothing on par to the likes of some of the other ones out here. GaYo doing very well against the PK Kid right now, Stu.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive what we've been seeing from Syrup thus far, all things considered. But GaYo has been able, especially after that game number 1 where they got 3-stocked, really not content to just get batted around like that. And yeah, Syrup, after that 3-stock, GaYo kind of got the message and brought the Sonic to play. Whenever I see Sonics do that, I never learn my lesson. I keep thinking, oh my gosh, they just killed themselves. And no, they don't. They're perfectly fine. I don't know why I keep thinking that, Nintunis.
I mean, when you take a straight 45-degree nosedive down out to the blast zone, most situations when a character does that, it usually means that they self-destruct. But Sonic the Hedgehog, he's got that recovery with the long jump and the spring in spades. I don't blame you for thinking that.
That's just what I'm used to off of, like, missing a... Oh, it's like, oh, wow, so I was facing the wrong way in that Falcon kick. That's nice to know. So that's generally that's generally what I associate that with. But, you know, give Captain Falcon a spring is my message for you all today. Either way, gonna be the up air and another one, and yeah, the scissors kick to the skies. Can you dig that sucker? GaYo into grand finals by a score of 3-1 over this very competent Ness. But yeah, I mean, just did not let them breathe throughout the course of those past 3 games. And the smaller stage did not work out for Syrup quite as well as they might have thought.
Yeah, man, you call this a Pocket Sonic. Ugh! I don't think Pocket was how far out that zoom was right there. Didn't even give Syrup the benefit of the actual zoom in right there. It's just like, yeah, you know, here's the lightning. Here's the sparks, whatever.
Yeah, you're dead.
There you go. Like,
enjoy.
There you go. Not like you're supposed to zoom in. You're supposed to zoom in doing that. You messed up. Ugh, fine, whatever. It's like a lazy intern or whatever just didn't feel like doing that. Point is, didn't matter. It killed. If that was a Pocket Sonic, I don't ever want to play this man's main. I don't ever want to see that pit in the line of duty if the Sonic is supposed to be the worst right there. 3-1 over a Ness on the part of Syrup right there to advance to Grand Finals winner's side. GaYo, after his long-awaited return back to DNA.EXE, comes back and puts on a show for you all. The year is not 2006. We are in 2021, ladies and gentlemen.